ESL. So hopefully this time the difference is, you know, you've been able to starve that one off. We keep things good, they keep themselves level-headed, and we go into this one with some big output from them. It'll be an explosive start for the day. But let's see, we're into it, we're here, we're live, it's all going down in Sweden. So join us for the Safari. We kick it off, G2 versus Roosters, as we get into it here then.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Looking like it is going to be oriented play. 4-man stack from G2 down this direction. And Hunter with some util as well, just to support the boys in short if needed. Heaven Smoke, flash out, and Heavy God just going to be playing around the pillar. Ooh, won't be able to find it. It's the double opening for Rooster. Site control, and they should have space to get the plant down, but they're looking for a few more kills. Bomb hits the ground, and things getting awkward as Hunter takes another name.
Not bad space created, though. It's good flow into the pistol round, at least. Sampius gets one back, and that's Terry, unfortunately, going down. TJP, though, putting it together quite nicely, and suddenly you're back into a 1 versus 2. Sampius trapped on the short exit. They know right where you are. Crosshairs honed in from TJP. You've got the cross covered as well. This could very well be a Rooster pistol. Oh, nearly. Close, Mac, but they get through it. That's the pistol.
Yeah, that shot under Salami was nasty, but TJ gets it through with a big Glock round. And the Cox will be feared straight out of the gates. Pistol round picked up, and now this is what we're talking about, right? Rooster straight in the lead in one of their biggest affairs of a long time. You know, they did miss last Pro League. I believe it was Mindfreak coming across with FlyQuest. So they're putting their big boy pants on. They're trying to play the best brand of Counter-Strike that they can. And they've been, you know, doing the roster swaps, picking up Terry, showing us exactly what he's capable of, although we're yet to see that. And Force-Buy coming straight out of G2. You can see Hunter's being gifted that M4. Sampius just down to the Scout, no armor as well. So there's been a little shuffle of everything going on there. And they also did get those 4 CT picks, so you got an extra $200 in the bank, which allows Malbs this single flash.
Probably caused a bit of ruckus back home that round though, Mac. You know, that's a pistol clutch. That's going to get you going. The Bin Men watch party was probably lapping up that one. So it's good, right? Yeah, that's what I mean. This is a nice sort of tempo to start us off at least. Let's see if this will keep them fired up or if Hunter's trying to take some steam away from the Aussie nation. Ooh. Backstab spotted. TJP covering the rear, but Hunter's still in a prime position.
Ooh, shadow advantage. Doesn't work out for him. Sap peeking straight under the crosshair. And Sampius as well. Just trying to get some nasty lines. Ooh, to connect with the Scout, but missed opportunities. A little bit of damage done to some of the Rooster individuals, but TJ on the offline has seen Heavy God towards the top of Con. And that's going to be another one polished off. Mattis and Sampius looking just to save their weapons towards the next. And look, while this is all going down, Jackie, it's a good time to bring up, we do have multiple ways to contact the Mac and Jack's Safari show. Mate, it is, we have Twitch chat open 24/7. There's like a 30-second delay, so we can respond instantaneously. But not only that, we have the DHL mailbag that you guys can send into as well. All your questions, all your pictures, and we can get all that good content up on the stream as well. So remember those. I'll get the email. It shouldn't be too far away. Do you remember it off the top of your head? It's different this season, so I'm just making sure I get it right.
Yeah, make sure we get the right one. I'm trying to pull him up. But this is good. You're doing good front of housekeeping on this, Mac.
Making sure that everyone's happy, you know?
Yeah, no, you're like a legendary receptionist. I've come in confused. It's raining. You know, I'm like, oh, I don't have the email. I don't know where I'm supposed to send the letters.
I've got it. I've got it so we can crack the sack open at some point, but I'm putting it in chat for everyone at home, all right?
Nice, good work.
DHL mailbag at efg.gg. So if you want to send in any cool content, I've just dropped it in the chat. You guys can copy that. Send in all your best questions, all your best selfies. Show us how you're watching the game. Show us your Bin Men watch party at 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m. in the morning in England. We want to see it all.
Mate, you know what? Honestly, I kind of wish we had that camera into that room to be a fly on the wall at the 10 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. like you said, Bin Man watch party live from England with Rooster already getting 2 rounds on the board. I mean, mate, it must be hectic in there. It absolutely must be, Mac. You imagine everyone is just flowing already.
It'd have to be. Like, I went to Ireland, and that's like not too far away, right? So I've got the same
Close enough,
vibes.
yeah.
It's just across the pond. Lovely place. By the way, Terry, he's in a pretty lovely place himself, just looking to crack open the B site. G2 hedging their bets with a couple of 5-7s this round. And it's that close monster setup. You want to stay as close quarters as you can with the 5-7s. These things are so brutal at the moment. The one-shot potential is insane. And plenty of bullets in that magazine as well, just in case you miss your first couple. 3-2 split though. G2 still heavily positioned towards the A site, even though Rooster haven't done too much other than that front bathroom smoke.
You're spot on with it as well. What scares me for the round, I mean, the two players, notably, that are holding on to those 5-7s, mate. Heavy Gods with a backup of Mattis. Like, you're quick with the pistols. They're handy with the steel. And you're setting up for it. It's an angle you can play stationary as well. Flashed in for it. Oh, mate, it couldn't have gone much worse. The meat grinder for Rooster. They have been turned into the chicken nuggets, unfortunately.
The trash has been taken out. The binmen have come in and had their single round. And that is the power of the 5-7 we were talking about. Lovely plate, lovely flash to initiate. And Rooster, they experience the explosive nature of Heavy God and Mattis, rather. I'll probably screw that one up a couple of times.
It's like Kenny S. Matty S.
Yeah, Matty, he could be Kenny S's disciple of sorts.
Yeah, all right, I see.
They both have the stubble. That's probably the only thing that is familiar between them. Other than the names.
Because they're both called Kenny.
Wait, is Mattis's real name?
No.
Oh, sure.
I mean, that would be ironic, though.
That would be a throw-off,
You
yeah.
just pick the name's Mattis. What's your real name? Kenny. Obviously.
Did you not know?
Yeah.
Well, look,
Fair
Rooster,
enough, though, mate.
they got that solid start anyway. It was just an unfortunate series of events to run into two of the heaviest hitters from G2. And now we have what could be seen as the first good gun round coming out of both sides. You know, there is that free couple of Galils, the upgrades from the Eco Round win on G2. And then for Rooster, they've got AKs in most hands. Malbs flashed in just to clear Banana. Oh, gets a bit of info on that second swing, and the T's just swing straight into the spray. Lovely 2K out of Malbs. And that's going to get big info with the bomb scene. A third man spotted at bathrooms, and then I think someone's just flashed it long. So Mattis taking an opportunity to get in behind enemy lines. TJ not ready for the re-aggression. Oh, and that's good info. Both remaining players should be known with their positions towards A, and that's why you've got this early rotation, three-man stack on the A site. Mattis ready to crunch on the flank, and with 20 on the clock, Jackie, it's not looking likely that there is any opportunity for Slimer to win this one.
No, nothing can really be done on the peak back. And a lot of that is just sort of heads up by Mattis as well. Knew not to overstep his bounds, right? Goes in, gets the play towards connector, quick little adjustment shot, and then he's out. Keeps you guessing. Malbs, though, real hero of the round on the push.
Yeah.
It was a lovely spray, mate. That's what you need. Certainly what they need versus the gigantic Rooster itself that's waking us up nice and early here. As you get that pistol, a little bit of momentum, 2 rounds, we're thinking, okay, here we go. 5-7s instantly bring you back down to earth. It wasn't a good day at the farm for the Roosters. This one probably won't be either, right? No money to work with. But hey, mate, 2-2. I've seen worse scorelines, Mac. I've seen 0-2, and that's worse.
That's true. That is true for sure. What do you do on your Glock round? Like, that's the big question. I think Rooster are probably just going to be having a little chin wag, having a little banter, try to calm the nerves. Obviously, things started incredibly strong. You got that pistol, you got the follow-up, but then, yeah, third round loss against a low buy is something that you would prefer to not see if possible. We do have some questions in the chat. They asked, is this Mac? It's actually Mac and Jackie. Just so you all know at home.
We're like a collective now, effectively.
Call us Mackie or just Jack. I guess either work. But it is the morning show. The Swedish Safari is what we're calling it. You know, just trying to keep the vibes good, you know?
It's a breakfast show, but like we might also have animal facts. We're technically in Sweden, you know, so there's layers to it, guys. We'll expand on the lore as it goes. But, you know, it's kind of like sort of a Sunday morning cartoon show, realistically. I think that's the bar. That's kind of the comedy level we're aiming at.
Yeah. You know, like we're not aiming for the high level sort of British comedy. We're going a bit lower. We're just keeping it easy. You know, everyone that plays Counter-Strike, sometimes, you know, they need a little relief. With the teammates I've been getting in my face at games lately, I'll tell you, I've lost a couple of brain cells. So I'll take the easy comedy, Jackie.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be done, mate. Take the easy ones where you can. Don't know if this will be an easy one.
We'll see. There's definitely defense around the corner. TJ fully blinded, and it seems that the flashes are the difference maker. Mattis, Hunter, Heavy God, all teaming up to just completely blitz out any of the Rooster members. And now Chelios, the leader, needs to try to get this C4 back up con. They will have that 2v1 on the A site, but they don't have a lot of time to get there. G2 probably happy just to play retake here. Some Pious will get info at some point onto ASAP. Yep, shoulder seen. In center by a couple of seconds for the rotation up. And it's going to be a very difficult affair for the Cox.
Yeah, this will be a hard one to remain, you know, nice and risen in a round like this to keep yourself nice and defensive, mate. Vastly outnumbered, 30 seconds on the clock, attempting to mount an offensive towards the site. Malbs is here. He's been looking thick and pumped already, so going to be hard to bypass him at the back of the bomb site. ASAP looks for contact. Jump up, though. Instant read, and just like that, the round's collapsed and over with. So flawless there for G2, getting into a bit of a groove to kick us off here at the Safari morning shift.
Love to see it. Might have just been a slow start to the morning, of course. You got to be up even earlier to get there. You got to do your warm up. You got to get ready. And also, a team like Rooster, you kind of, this is the thing, right? The theory would be, are you taking them seriously? Are you just going into this trying to feel out your first game? It is Swiss, so you have at least 3 opportunities, if not more, to make it to that next stage.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to digest in these early matchups. And Malbs is just going to be, you know, performing his lobotomies as expected. Easy pickings there in con. And Rooster on the pistols, looking a little flaccid.
Yeah, it's not got as much backbone to it in a round like this, mate. To be fair, that is the uncomfortable nature, though, by and large, of like a bit of a rough start, a blockade on your T-side campaign on Overpass. It can just feel so arduous early on, especially with no real firepower to play with. This is going to be uncomfortable once again, though. Still trying to just make your way to the site. Ooh, okay. Scratch that. You know what? TJP wants none of it. Maybe there's still room to cook in the round, actually. He gets himself the AK. They start to close a bit of distance on the site here. Time to work with. Some Pious covering the close angle. You get up close, but one by one, the numbers start to be thinned. Mattis with a final blow. A flash in a pan, but hey, it was still at least something to make you root for the Roosters. G2, though, overall, good grasp on the game here, Mac. Looking like it's easy. It's easy in the office to kick us off.
G2 looking for some roast chook as their brekkie here on a beautiful Sunday morning. And also, we do have word that apparently we've been hitting the, you guys have been dropping some hashtag Fear the Cox in the mailbag, in the DHL mailbag. So thank you for sending that in. You know, Rooster, I'm sure they are loving the support from you guys. Slimy disrespecting the mollies. And it's good to see. So G2 finding a way out to still get that deeper molly in the meanwhile. And just causing so much damage early. Look at that, Slimy's taken 40 points of health. Already down to 60. Zap. Oh. Clearing the half wall, but not fully clearing the boost on the middle of sight. And you can see that this is a confidence boost. This is a confidence play. Off the back of all the noise being made towards B, it allows Malbs to push forward, deal with the con player, clear out short completely. And off the back of this, they can deduce even, that it's going to be the A play.
Deduce is a hell of a word. By the way, it is a classic, mate. You know? Always good for these type of environments. But yeah, let's see if they can get their Sherlock Holmes on. Just under about a minute left on the clock, really. It's a must-win round. You know, you want to see a little bit more stock. Give them a bit of buffer to play with on this T side. The entire nation of Australia behind them. A team that's meant to rise in these situations, but Hunter with a backstab, walking his way in towards toilets, could be lined up for it. I mean, you're kind of in a 2-2 between them. No one knows. Oh, they switch back the nade. It lights him up. Good for 2, Mac. He's cut through the Roosters there. Not looking too clean in the toilets.
Big info, big plays. And Hunter showing the Rooster members what trigger discipline looks like. Rooster about to go for the pump and just fully caught off completely. Slimy might even go down after time, depending on this one. Okay, we'll be afforded the respect of going down slightly early. Wait, no, that was after time, wasn't it? Or was he last alive?
Could have been time.
I think it was just before the end, before time hit 0. So, unfortunate scenes for Rooster, but it definitely could have been worse. Yeah, there you go. 2 seconds left on the clock. So.
Dear oh dear. I don't know, man. Dwight's going to have his head in his hands, Mac. They got to start getting some momentum here.
That's true. I guess a little bit of copium would be, yeah, it's still T-side. You know, these things are going to happen. Malbs, though, set up with another beautiful entry. He's been cracking open a lot of these rounds so far. I can count like 4, maybe 5, where he's just been able to be that man, getting first contact and making it look successful as soon as G2 managed to get the rifles online.
I mean, you've got the 1 AK to play with, right? They're cycling it back. Old school play. Let's see if it works. Ooh. Slimy with the adjustment. It's a nice snap quick. Gets that to the cranium of Malbs, puts him down. Only a triple threat left. Terry, it's a name we were building some hype behind. Want to see what Terry's made of. We know there's firepower there. Hasn't really had the chance to shine in this match, but that's a quick opener and follow-up as well. This is good space now. Okay, suddenly the round's alive again. I mean, 50 seconds on the clock. 3v2. Scratch that. Slimy with a blinder. Good bison Pius straight through the smoke. All on Hunter for the clutch.
All right. Trigger discipline in the previous, making it look easy for G2. But let's see how he approaches this one in the 1v3. Rooster giving him absolutely nothing. Chelios having a look. Cheeky jiggle. There is a kit. But it could just be the money that he's after, even though they don't really need too much more of that. Okay. Going in right at the end. And he knows if he can get these exits, he can suffocate Rooster's economy even further, which is exactly what he's going to do. So playing the long game, but he will happily give that third across to Rooster just to make sure that if they win this next round, Rooster's economy is going to be further in the bin.
It's fair enough. It will make it really oppressive, right? To like at least get any sort of healthy cash flow going. But for what it is, with this being like a Hail Mary of a T half, other than the opening sort of rounds, you know, it's been really rough for them to really get much out of this, right? G2 have had full control of the CT side. That's still going to work out to give you at least somewhat of a buffer. A couple more rounds on this even, you know. I'll stick with the narrative. I'll go for all the classics, mate. Just get on CT side. Have a bit of a buffer. So let's see. It's not looking too bad, actually. It's good follow-up into connector as well. Instantly first pick into the round, so this slows down all those opening frags that have been guaranteed for G2. Maybe they're back, mate. Here we go. The sun's risen. The Rooster is awake.
Well, yeah, Malbs finally suffocated. Won't be able to find the opening yet again. You know, his confidence probably boiling over the pot. And, oh, Mattis, I think he's just seen a shin. Yep, calling for it. Him and Heavy God looking to crunch on a Terry who's on that left side, but TJP, okay, putting a stop to the play, rather. And Heavy God caught trying to exit, so things not going to plan now. 5v2, Sumpire still alive here at Heaven. Midsight smoke to try and cross successfully, but Terry's just out in the open. Thinking Heaven was clear, smoke going to get broken. And TJ space to plant. If he's allowed, yep, okay, first HE didn't do enough damage, but that headshot might keep G2 in this, Jackie.
Yeah, this is really brutal scenes. Look how much chip damage you've done before you've even had to take a single raw peek into the site. Just the nades making it so uncomfortable. Hunter, even with the tag, good for it. TJP living on borrowed time, but finds an important frag. Splits the attention of some Pius, so he can't see ASAP. Swinging around the corner for that one. Okay, it's another round in the bag. Here we go. The boys are giving out slaps. They're getting a little bit more fired up. You can see the focus as well, but like the human element of it. They're dialed in right now. And you would be. That's actually a big momentum round for Rooster.
Lovely couple of shots from both sides. And Hunter keeping us guessing for just a moment. It was a beautiful timing on the peak for ASAP. Oh, and what's going on here?
Heavy God's got a hand warmer based issue.
I thought it was a hand warmer technical. Imagine.
Yeah. Actually, I thought that was what was going on. Because look, his hands are cold.
It does get cold in that studio in Sweden. Been there for a few broadcasts now, and you know the AC definitely gets chilly.
That's all right. He's been reloaded. He's good. He's good.
Yeah. He's been rejuiced. And Warmer's back online. Terry with the giggle. If you guys don't know who Terry is, welcome. I think it's his first real big international LAN. Playing for the likes of like Art of War, Caught Off Guard, many other local teams for a while there. But he was or is a Hong Kong exchange student in Australia. So that's why he's got the Hong Kong flag chilling. But in the meanwhile, look, unfortunately, that probably wasn't the best time to highlight him because he's 1-10. He's gone down early, and Slimy has fallen right behind him. And this is now going to be another difficult one for Rooster. 3v5 against G2, who are feeling incredibly confident off the back of the tactical.
Hey, you know what, man? If there's been one thing for Rooster so far this game, it's been they've been winning the inconsistent rounds. They've been good in the clutch. We'll give them that. Let's see if this is another one of them. Hey, this seems to be the storyline. They're such underdogs. They can only win rounds. They go down early, and another one potentially, mate.
Is TJ expecting Heavy God there? Hasn't seen him on the jiggle. Neither aware of either one. Oh, but TJ gets the timing. We'll clear out water, clear out everything. Mattis maybe caught in the open, spacing good for the trade, and Chell does just that. Headshot found. Hunter 1v2 angle. Molly, double flash, kit on the back pocket. Let's see if he can get past it this time. HE to flush out Chell, who's already made his way down into the pit. And that's a nasty angle for Hunter to try and find. Chell can full tuck. TJ can keep eyes on this position from ABC. And it's all down to the flash. Who it connects on, where the eyes are. And TJ, oh, I don't think he's been spotted just yet. Little balaclava popping up there at Graffiti. Yes, it's been called to him. Oh, spotted. Safe plant, no good. But 6-5 will do it. And that's going to be 5 on the T side here on Overpass. So a round that was looking incredibly unwinnable, now culminating in what could be a tied half. This is kind of crazy. I didn't expect us to be here after those 6 rounds that G2 stacked on before.
No, mate, at one point I think we were both kind of thinking, oh, okay, you know, would have been nice if we had a bit of stock, but it feels like it's gone quiet, and usually trying to recover from that, if your T-side's so rough here on the first map like this, you'd think it'd be over. But weirdly, they are winning these clutch rounds. You are winning the inconsistent rounds. You know, it normally comes down to like, oh, is that going to be sustainable? Can they do it again? Yeah. Apparently in the case of the Rooster, mate, yeah, they can. Literally, like you say, 1 round away from tying the half. It would be impeccable if they could. First pick this time, though, goes the way of G2. It's an aggro walk down from some Pius. TJP's been crisp, though, Mac. He's looking for room to breathe here. Oh.
Nice little readjustment. Has that info on the wood player. And that's going to be a nice answer. Refrag for what happened to Slimy over towards long. Awkward moment for Sap. Didn't realize he was getting pushed from short there. So cops a huge amount of damage. And is now just a pawn in the game. Jumping across, getting the info. Knows that G2 should be stacked towards that lower side. Terry can't quite slide the shots through that tight gap. And gives away another pick. Malbs still locking down. Good control at long. Finds the man advantage. Falls back. Good fundamentals being displayed. And G2 know that they really want this 7th round to have a solid shot in that second half of the game.
Yeah, you're at a pivotal point now. Last round of the first half, this could be a big feels-good round for either team, right? It's not one you want to give over to Rooster willingly. Give that underdog more momentum. God, this has been such an awkward area for foot traffic the whole game towards toilets, but it's St. Pius's POV will dial in on. Oh, TJP given an opportunity from the missed shot, but it's only one play with a backstab down towards the site. It's all fallen. 11 seconds left, mate. Nothing more that can be done for him. No chance of that 6-6, Mac.
Yeah, it's looking very unlikely. No time to plant. It's one headshot for his worries, but that'll be it. 7-5 at the half. What a half it was for Rooster. And I'm hoping that we can see a little bit more from them in the second half, but G2, they need to lock in because it's looking precarious here on Overpass.
Hashtag fear the cock. That's what you need to be knowing right now, because that's what's been happening. Rooster has shown up. They're giving us a good game versus G2 here. There's been some excitement in the building, especially coming out from TJP. Some of the plays, man, he's been going crazy. He deserves it, Mac.
Yeah, he's a sharp individual and also a very loud individual, as you guys might experience. I can tell some people it's their first time seeing Rooster at LAN. In the chat, they've been to Pro League. This is their fourth affair overseas at Pro League. So he's been around, I think, every single one of those. So he's got a lot of yelling experience, realizes that it gets everyone going on their team, sometimes throws off the opponents. Let's have a look at how this pistol's playing out. Interesting from G2. Just keeping one lurker in con. Dumpster smoke, flash across, and it's just this pop straight into the A site, all in. And no CT staying too aggro to get that info early, but you don't need it if you're hitting shots like that from Slimy. Huge 4K on the USP. Lord have mercy. Fear that cock.
Mate, I'm scared. I'm scared of it. I feel like I've got 3D glasses on. It's coming out of the monitor, Mac. That was disgusting. Look at Slimy on this replay, man.
Oh.
He had me literally like I'm physically pogging, sat in my chair, seeing the first couple, but it doesn't stop.
Physically pogging. That's a good way to put it.
I couldn't help it. My mouth was wide open, Mac.
Whoa, what a couple of shots. That got me going. All right. Adrenaline right up there. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We saw what Rooster did in that first pistol, and then things started to go south quick before the late half resurgence. And with no bomb plant, you can see that G2 are respecting the round differential, and they're just going to play the long game, going for the full Glock round here in round 2 of the half. Rooster just want a bit of a hunt themselves. Got that full short control. Trying not to overextend into the monster stack. No one yet to peek monster. Terry should be that first point of contact here. Giving a lot of respect to G2. And I like this as well. They did kind of just hold onto that second monster smoke. They don't have a huge amount of utility being the second round of the half, so just trying to feel it out before figuring out where to put their pieces. Oh, and Chell's getting all this information with the con control. There was a lot of noise made over towards Fountain there. And it should just be a, oh, okay. I was going to say a couple of freebies ASAP. In a good position to trade, but these Glocks can still, pack a little punch with the headshots coming across the corners. Zap left solo, but gets that reload off first. Oh, and gets another onto Heavy God. Whew, okay, I was a little worried for a moment.
Hey, man, yeah, a couple of twists and turns on that to keep you guessing, right? Making it a little bit more scary, but still, you know what? Outside of, like, Mattis doing what he does with a Glock, where sometimes he just pops off, that was a super clean round from them. Like, you're playing the anti-eco very nicely, right? Like, you're showing a lot of respect, sure, but in terms of how they were cycling the nades off of the comms, like, response time was really good. Rooster looked kind of drilled right now. Like, they're hitting some hard shots, but the teamwork's on point as well. And bear in mind, Mac, this is 7-7. Like we said, the whole nation is behind them. You know, we had the call-ins earlier today with Dweg and Sniper. That's just the people we had time for. There was hundreds on the line.
There's many on the line. You know, hopefully, you know, if Rooster do find some success here at Pro League, we might be able to get another couple of interviews cranking. I know that there's a few locals that would love to get on for an interview and show their support for the region. ASAP in a lovely spot here up on the boost. It seems that G2 are quite ready. And, oh, the timing couldn't have been better for the peak. Gets the info on the other men there in short. Bit of damage on a Terry. But the man advantage is something you'll take here for the first gun round. Heavy God already sneaking his way towards the edge of Monster. A good flash can get him straight onto that site at any given moment, and it looks like that's about to come around the corner. Ooh, entries denied. Good positioning from the CTs to at least avoid the first flash. Trade that out. 4v2. G2 in a position where it was winnable, but it gets even harder. Some Pious a little late. Won't trade. 4 alive there to fend off G2 for the B-pop.
Oh, yeah.
TJ is howling.
Mate, TJP's got a good set of pipes on him. I tell you. Like, genuinely, it's the way they do it as well, but right now you've got G2 looking rattled. It feels like it's getting to him a little bit. You know, it's an early start into the day. You've flown in. The wind's blowing against you. And it's all Rooster right now. They're giving it the big one. This is huge to see, mate. You're leading the game. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. There's always a chance for a bump in the road. And a round like this is where it rears its ugly head, right? Mixed bag. You've got Tech 9, some nades to play with as well. ASAP close. He's been good with the quick plays. So much damage, though, off the back of it. Can't convert for a second. They're already bleeding onto the bomb site. Terry's got to put some presence down here. He's playing around the edge of the smoke, but Heavy God finds him this round. Terrific, Mac.
It's exactly what we saw from them in the third round of the first half. They've just gone so clean for the first gun round and then get completely exploded on, caught through smokes. I think 3 of them just got found through the smokes just trying to spam back. And G2 showing that it ain't over. It ain't over at all. There's still a lot of Counter-Strike to play here on Overpass, and Slimy has been heard. He's got a tail on him. Oh, hasn't seen him either. Cross into long bathrooms and be quite lucky if he can even find exits, let alone save this weapon. On a nasty line, but with the shadow advantage, gets that first knife out. Unfortunate timing for him. That's going to be another upgrade. M4 picked up for the MP9. And G2 very happy with how that round's played out. Watch the financial swing again here, Jackie. It's going to be a rough one, a little bitter pill to swallow.
Yeah, it's like worst case scenario, right? It does really sort of slap you in the face. They've been contending with uncomfortable rounds this whole game, though. It's not as if it's been like a walk in the park for the rounds they have won. They've really had to slog for them, so I don't think it's that bad for the mental. Few things to still work with as well, right? Big AWP coming out for either side. Pius, Donnie one on the T side. Chelios over towards Monster.
Ooh,
he's got a read on it. Yeah, here we go.
He's posted. He's locked in on this angle, but Heavy God giving him nothing this time. Not yet, at least. This may be the most important round of the game so far for both sides, just to try to get a bit of a wrangle on the economy. Oh, and the play's coming through. Flash doesn't hit. It's bad. It's poor. It's horrendous. And it's caused two people to push into an unblinded Heavy God in the corner. Unfortunately, the Flash might have just lost them the game.
Well, it certainly lost them the round and the site here for the bare minimum, right? I mean, it's brutal, but I think that's the thing as well. It's a heads-up call to go for. You could see, like, fair play to Terry as well, even if it's been mechanically a bit of a slower game for him, you know, hasn't really been bubbling up. He's still willing to just rep himself in those fights. Flash didn't hit, though, and you're on the mark with that. So, obviously, you just run into Heavy God at an angle he's going to thrive in. He loves those. If he can just hold an angle and you're going to push him, he'll take it all damn day. So, you kind of just get hit with a big hand, a Heavy God there. Yeah, that is going to make this far harder to contend with. Like, individually, they're still looking really crisp, right? Slimy's been hitting some blinders. Feels like the team's kind of on point. TJP's bringing home big clutches, keeping the team energized. Just got to try and find a little bit more consistency now. This is where it gets harder, right?
I think this is the point as well, which will test one of Rooster's weaknesses, which has been historically their mental game. Sometimes when things go a little wrong in the games, you've seen them lose that momentum. You know, TJ gets a little quiet, everyone gets a little tilted, and things can go wrong quickly. So we'll see if the...
Do me like that, man.
I know.
Can't go quiet. TJP can't go quiet.
He's not allowed
He's too loud to go quiet. I don't think he physically can. He doesn't have enough gain. You know what I mean? You can't turn him down.
He has way too much gas in the pipes.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what he can do here. Slimy in a very off position. One that used to be more effective when that bicycle was over towards long, but it's not there anymore. So if you get caught in that short corner, then it just makes things very awkward indeed. Opts to go to tree instead. And in the meanwhile, Hunter happy to take this fight into short. Yep, okay, TJ. Able to find one before the trade comes through. Lovely shot out of Mattis. Man feeling crispy. Takes the head right off of ASAP's shoulders. And Chell going to show a little bit of shoulder there on short 2. Men advantage lost. Slimy, one and done position, but doesn't get the one. So things go from bad to worse now for Rooster. And I think you just try to save.
Yeah, it's a suffocating round from here, really, right? You're just going to get whatever you want out of it. Best case scenario, maybe just see if there's anything on the ground to upgrade to. Chell's going to grab that one Famous that was dropped and move on with it. It's only the one quick shot back over. TJP still going down screaming.
Yeah.
Yes, the AK connector. Probably not going to be able to get his hands on it. I mean, a bit of time, you could risk it if you want. Go on a little recovery mission. Be better than the the worst case scenario going into the next.
Terry's got what? No armor and a P250, right? So he can risk it. You're not really losing much other than that incent. And I think that looks to be the goal. Unless they're just playing bodyguard. Yeah, not down in con just yet. But G2, hitting all the right paces, hitting all the right shots. You know, they're not getting caught off. Realize, okay, these guys can shoot a little bit. And just starting to take it a bit more seriously. Mattis hungry for a couple more kills here. And that M4 is going to aim punch the hell out of Chell. He's just trying to figure out exactly where they're all coming from. But it is just Mattis here hunting on his own. Timing. Found perfectly. M4 retrievable. And in the smoke, where do you sit as Chell? Well, anywhere. Looks like there's going to be some respect shown. G2 happy to just give across the M4 to get themselves back into the lead. 10-8. A solid position to be in. And yeah, Mattis definitely MVP for the round. Steadying the ship after TJ found the opening.
I think Mattis has had some really crisp shots the whole way through this one as well, man, where the guy's just so good for like disgusting angles where he shouldn't be able to hit like a pop-off shot. He just does. You always feel his impact in these games. So yeah, he's been their bread and butter a couple times to give them more momentum. So if this was a slow start for G2, there's been a lot of answers. Of course, we've already seen one of these rounds before, where there's a lot more stock, a lot more importance on Rooster winning it now. It's a bit more key here, right? 11-8, or 10-8 rather. You've got a bite to play with. Joe back on the AWP, everyone else rocking the rifles. Limited utility in a couple places, but they can contend with it.
I like that as well from Rooster. Just playing for the retake on the B site. We've got Terry in a safer position. And ASAP boosted over towards Maze. You could see G2 attempting the Astralis stack, knowing that ASAP has been boosted up a few times with success, expecting them to do the same thing. This time it's a slightly different approach. Chell does have that one flash here. Force Slimy to clear out long. Oh, T's a little further away. Staying silent, playing contact. Wins that one for them. And Slimy very committed on the pick. Just wanted to play confident. That cost him his life.
Brutal as well, man. It feels like late round sort of situations where we've seen Slimy more forced to kind of anchor, just defend towards the front site. He's been so pivotal as well. Aim's been really crisp. So another player going down early for them. It's going to be a rough scalp to lose. Chelios does reply though back onto malbs. That's a hefty blow to take, but Mattis remains to be so crisp. Terry with 2. The sleeping giant might have finally awoken. He's forced round the side of the smoke, gets up behind Sampayas. There he is. All right, everyone's fired up. Oh, mate. All right, there we go. This is what we needed, Mac. It's not done yet. If Terry wakes up, I tell you what, Mac. If Terry's back, Rooster's back.
Yeah. If he can fire up and get a couple of these kills from this position. What's he saying? He said, don't overcomplicate it, keep it simple.
Oh, mate.
There you go. TJ sending the message. We'll see if G2 can keep it simple and just do the shooty shoot that they're known for. There's a lot of sharp individuals. And looks like we're seeing a very fast approach towards the A site here. Slimy won't get in the moment to reaggress towards long, but gets the info on the boost up. Tries to slot Chell onto the line. It's all about that info game, and you can see that we're going to see Rooster do the same thing as before. Just play passive on the B site, accept G2 into their site if they need to, and just potentially play for the retake.
You've got the triple threat grouped up close outside of Monster. Utility being thrown over towards the A site as well. Try and sell the idea of this being a play up through toilets. Walking on in now. Mattis heavy guards with support. Terry on the angle. Got impact in the last round. Let's see if it'll happen again here. Mattis still leaves them reeling, but the shutdown from Terry's good for 1. Quick dip, not enough to respond with a pistol. They're outnumbered now. Chelios up top. He's scoped into the site, Mac, but you can't get a look in. No one peeking.
Lovely timing on the flash. We'll allow the cross to site. Sampayas tucked away at default. And Chell thinking about going for the wall bang. An awkward position to try and fight from. Slimy going to be able to find one going down, but Chell can't trade it onto Sampayas there. So things getting awkward, and Hunter already expecting to save the AWP. A valuable tool here on Overpass, and Chell's just happy to tank the time away here at Heaven. Expecting Hunter to maybe aggress from the B site instead. It's going to be Sampayas walking his way. The collapse will come slowly but surely. Sampayas down. Chell. Oh, he's gone the wrong way. Straight into Hunter. The prey taken out. And 11 will be secured by G2. It was unfortunate for Rooster. You could see that they shifted that CT setup and it was essentially perfect where it was. They would have got that freebie onto the player crawling out a monster. Hindsight, 2020 for sure. And G2, 2 more needed here on the T side to take us into map 2 of Inferno. On the low by Jackie, Rooster going to be sending 4 towards the B site, looking to re-aggress into short and try and fight fire with fire.
Yeah, see if they can take some aggression to him. Obviously, can't really play it like a rifle round here with the investment you've got. Who knows, man? Stranger things have happened inside of this matchup already. You've got to stop Mattis, though. That has been the big consistent factor for G2, round in, round out. Slimy's been hot with it, but he's flashed off. They clear the angle perfectly. Pristine play there. So toilet control back over. TJP up close with that MP9, trying to get a hand on the situation. But this one's never going to be easy. We'd need something truly historic from them here. Chelios has to go huge with that AWP if given a chance.
They are putting their positions in the right spot. You got, what, 2 bathrooms? Terry, nice and close with the 5-7, expecting the long aggression, and we'll have the shadow advantage. Could get flashed off for sure. But this needs to be his round. Oh, can't see a damn thing. Oh, only single found. And it will be a 2-for-1 trade, favoring G2. Just outside of bathrooms, TJP, not given any helping hand from anyone. And it's rough for Rooster. But this is exactly what we did expect. Moving into the series.
What, you guys fucking
Clinical.
suck.
Fair enough.
Oh, well, there's your Cadian moment.
Oh, mate. I do love, like, the difference of the go-to land banter call. You know what I mean? It's like, are you just going to drop a nice? Are you going to give it? Like, what's the variety? What's the extent we're going for? The you suck. There we go. Okay, nice.
Definitely think there's more room for creativity.
You could spice it up a bit, you know what I mean? Keep them guessing. They've heard that one before. Throw something new at them. Oh, mate. Something new is what we've seen so far throughout this, though. So many chances for potentially what could have been a lead on this first map for Rooster. It's not over yet, man. I mean, there's still a bye to play with. It's last round here, though. If G2 take this one, like you say, we're going through to Inferno. It's been a hell of a fight. Just haven't really had everyone firing on all cylinders at the same time, Mac. It feels like we've had fragments of the Rooster team pop off, right? But not all together. It's a shame.
There's still plenty of time for them to get their ducks in order. Maybe not an overpass, but Inferno, they get their selection of side to start. What do we got here? Some pious. Perfect little flash. Terry caught with util in hand. Won't be able to shoot back. And that makes it look so easy for Heavy God on the entries. In comes the trade game. TJP has been fatal for G2 a few times, but this ain't going to be one of them. 3v1 angle. Slimy given an opportunity to shine again. Maybe not the best place to have to shine. We'll try to sneak his way out of maze. Some pious holding flank. But now they've got the info. Now they know that it's easy pickings. 13-9. G2 taking map 1 of the series, starting their escapade here in EPL on a high note.
Oh, got the high fives coming out, though. Looks like they're starting to get themselves ready. You know what, Mac? I think there's still a chance. I think there's still room. You know, it might be like, what, mid-evening in Australia? It's prime time to enjoy a good CS comeback, no?
Yeah, it's perfect time for watching for sure. I think we're hitting like 7:30 p.m. in the evening. So great time to be watching some international Counter-Strike. And it is time again to see if G2 need to #fear the cock.
Oh, yeah. Be scared of it. It's big, it's deadly, and it's dangerous. Let's see if it can mount a comeback here, though, in the second map of Inferno. Rooster taking on G2. Show some love for the Aussie boys. Let's see what they got for us as we kick this one off on a pistol.
Slower approach from Rooster this time. Just making sure that there's no mid-aggression coming through from G2. But they're happy just to play the 3-2 setup. Malb's going to take contact and be flashed back in by Mattis with that flash over towards the coffins. At least I thought so. It is just going to be the Eternal Fire little pop flash instead. It will bring Hunter across with the extra piece of util. Rooster after the contact are just doubling back into the pit and apps setup that G2 are here with. That's Heavy God and some Pious looking to play together. Long smoke and the explosion. Let's see what they got.
Trying to burst out into the site. Heavy God holding the back line, drops down. He's blinded, confused and overwhelmed. Suddenly it's 3 kills going the way of the Roosters as they rule the roost of the A site. Let's see if there's much that can be done. A troubling name still alive. It's both malbs and Mattis, 2 of the stronger sides. And they're looking for peaks back in. A couple snapshots going out, testing the waters here. But with such a favorable start to this pistol, you'd hope Rooster lock this one down.
And just looking to get that info as well. Rooster full tuck, showing a lot of respect, making sure that they play that clock down. And they've done all the right things here. Malb's just looking for any extra damage on the exit. And now that that range is closer, he'll go for the dualies instead. Slimy on the trade game, but it's the round in the bag. And Rooster, they've taken every pistol so far.
They rise early. It's in the name, Mac.
It is.
It just makes sense. You know, it just makes sense. The only one thing I don't want to see, though, another like back and forth ping pong anti-eco reset. Another uncomfortable CT side kind of like, you know, slog. Well, maybe for G2, that'd be the better dream, right? That's what Rooster want. Make them feel that pain. But let's hope that they can get through this one cleanly. Bit of a light investment back over as well. You've got a couple pistols, few HEs to play with. Heavy God sporting the A1S. Bit of a clash at Banana early here. Something fast.
Ooh, HE getting a big chunk of damage onto TJP, who doesn't disrespect all the util at the half wall. But they will go for that aggressive smoke just to make sure they can control car. Mattis with the flash to send Hunter and Malbs back in, but that HE landing straight on the head of Malbs. There's a good amount of damage. And we're looking at the player cams. Looks like it's everyone that is in the same position. So something's gone down.
Nice! Okay. All right. I wondered. I could hear. Is that TJP still giving it in the pause? No way.
I guess you don't speak tactics or at all during.
Well, I suppose technically, like if it wasn't, yeah, there you go. He's been given the shush.
TJ, shut up.
Mate, I love that. Slimy's got to look at him and just go, mate, please pipe down. Not now. Any other time but now. Terry with a giggle. All right, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, well, we'll figure out what went down.
I looked like the server DC'd or something, man. Yeah, it felt like everything froze. So I imagine maybe a bit of a technical issue. Bro, you know what always catches me off, Mac? Whenever I see someone that has like kind of stubble or something, they have the hand warmers. You see them like they're tracing it like near their face. It looks like they're having like the morning shave, you know? It's like Mattis is just getting the stubble on.
Yeah.
Pause.
I've always wondered that. That might be a good question for some CS players, right? Is, you know, do you shave before your games? Are you a stubble rat? Like, do you just like to feel comfortable? Because there's definitely a few players that look like they're always super trimmed. You know, they've come in feeling fresh as hell, knowing that they're going to be on camera, and others that are just like, no, I'm in the game. You know, I'm not here to look pretty. I'm here to bloody win. So it's always good to see what every player's routine moving into an official match would be.
Yeah, you got to do a bit of both, you know, Mac. Like, you got to take care of yourself, buddy. You got to make sure you're living life lusciously.
Of course.
Have that nice, like, facial cleanser on the go. Start your day off right. Bit of moisturizer. It's good for anyone. It's good for anyone.
Oh, yeah. Got to feel fresh to play fresh.
It's true. You know, visualizing those kills, that's what's important. For TJP, it's all about shouting about the kills.
Of course. Shouting about the kills. Letting
G2 know
not to overcomplicate it. What else was he was yelling something else?
Yeah, there's been some classics, honestly. To be fair, it is impressive that TJP's not only found time to be so talented at CS, but also working like some stand-up comedy into his kind of banter. That's big, man. He's setting a new meta, you know what I mean? It's not just the nice, it's not the you suck. Like, he's innovating, he's keeping it fresh.
That's true. Look, ESL Pro League, there was that skit with the open mic where people would just walk up and throw down the one-liners. I don't know if you remember that. I think that's a few years old now. Probably get TJ, you know, open the mic back up. Get TJ on there. Let's see what magic he can create. And
see what he can throw in.
It's all about that. And for you guys at home, you know, while we've got the tech pause going, you also have an open mic. It's more of an open sack, though. The DHL mailbag, that's open for you guys at home. So if you do want to send in any questions, anything to help fill the time while we figure out what's going on with this tech pause, the email address, I'll drop it in the chat for you guys at home, dhlmailbag@efg.gg. Send in all your questions, all your hot topics, or just ask them in the chat. We'll take either because we got time to kill.
Exactly. That's dhlmailbag@efg.gg. Don't forget.
That's the one.
And then obviously, you know, we can start reading out things you sent in. I could be like, oh, Mac, this is beautiful. We've got a letter here from Jonathan, age 27. He says he's a big fan of Roosters, and he's drawn us a lovely macaroni picture. It looks like some sort of bird. I think it might be a chicken. In fact, it says here, #fearthecock in macaroni. That's beautiful. Well done, Jonathan. That's a great bit of art to send in for the show this morning.
I'd love that. Do you think any Counter-Strike players get around the macaroni art? Because I haven't seen it myself.
I feel like the meta's down. I'm going to be honest. I feel like the tank's real low for macaroni-based art innovations these days. You heard anyone like playing with macaroni art recently at all? Like, I feel like it's fallen out of the meta back. Maybe
that's something that we can look into, you know, into the future.
You know, we could do some like live.
Yeah, maybe that's, you know, one of the lovely segments that we can have on the Swedish Safari here on the morning show.
Hey,
we do arts and craft. It's just like, you know, when we're kids watching the kids show, Art Attack and all that. Did you have Art Attack in England?
Bro, Art Attack was big. Yeah, I had Art Attack, mate. Yeah, 100%. When he used to come in, you had the head fella that was sat there. You know, he'd talk to you. He's made out of like paper mache, and he's like, oh, we're going to make some paper mache today. And you're like, yeah, that's big. I want it, please. Yeah, Art Attack was so good.
Yeah, bring that back. What like, let's bring back some shows that involve the audience where it's like, whoa, you know, you guys can be artists too. Now it's just like, you know, you got Peppa Pig and all that. Like, actually, there's probably newer ones. I haven't watched TV or children's TV in a long time.
I've got a bit of Australian-based Peppa Pig banter for you if you want.
Oh, okay.
Did you know, actually, that there's one episode of Peppa Pig that's banned in Australia? The government reviewed it, and basically it's an episode of Peppa Pig where, like, Peppa's teaching you that it's okay to not be scared of spiders. And it's like a whole song and dance of, like, don't be scared of spiders because they can't hurt you, you know? So obviously the Australian government were like, we can't show this to the kids. Are you mad? Like, they're all going to be touching spiders.
So our spiders kill ya.
Yeah, check your shoes, check your coats, all the classics, man. Take it seriously, Australia. Spiders are dangerous.
It was on that topic as well. I've been playing with a couple of boys from the UK, and one of them hates spiders. You know, fair enough. He's like, oh, there's a daddy long legs on my wall. I need to get mum to kill it or something. And I was like, are you kidding, bro? They're harmless.
Send in mum.
That's the least harmful of all of the spiders.
Yeah. Like, they're just like long fellas. They're just hanging out, you know? Yeah, they're just watching.
They're the ones that save you from the flies. They're the ones you want to keep around. They're the best ones. Anyway, settle down.
Oh, they're good. That's mental, mate. As if he's had to go for the immediate, mother, there is a spider. Like, that's like, good.
Guys, vote F1. He's taking attack pause. I need to get mum to get this spider. I'm like, are you kidding me? What are you doing,
That's so
bro?
Good.
Come on.
Yeah. Just, you can't be dealing with it.
Either kill it if you need to, if you're that worried, or just let him chill. It's on the wall. It's not going to touch you, you know? Anyway.
Well, it'll keep its personal space. You know, that's the thing with most spiders, mate. Like, they're pretty chill. As long as you explain to them the boundary of, like, look, this is your hallway territory. You stop some flies here if they ever sneak in through the front door. And then we're calm, you know? It's like, just don't come into my space. Don't invade my area, please, Mr. Spider. But yeah, be scared. If you're from the Rooster Nation, those spiders are terrifying. It does scare me. You know, I feel like we downplay it, Mac. You Australians, you make it look so easy to navigate Australian life. It's not. It's terrifying. It's full of, like, it kind of feels like you live in Pokemon, mate. You walk outside, you got, like, magpies swooping at you, you know?
Yeah, it is kind of crazy like that sometimes. And yeah, it took a while. I think I was in Malta for, I'd say about 3 months, maybe 4 months before I saw my first spider. And it was like one of those microscopic things. I just saw it crawling around and I was like, what's that? And I was like, oh, it's a spider. There's nothing here. And then when I went back for Melbourne, and when I was back in Oz, there was just like, there was flies everywhere. There's mozzies everywhere. There's bloody, you know, there's spiders. There's just things. There's insects, bugs, birds, like the wildlife. I didn't actually realize how much we had until I've been like taken away from it for so long. It's just been, it's something that you notice as well.
Well, you are like the Saxton Hale of esports, mate. You know, that's you. You're powered by Australium. You have to be living in the wildlife, like bench pressing rhinos. It's a classic, you know what I mean? I don't think it's one of those, Mac, where you're built for the city life. I think you've got to be out there, like sort of just, you know, dumbbell curling giraffes and enjoying the wild lands of Oz.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, if we did the safari show in Australia, I feel like we definitely have a lot more live animals to bring on the show. The Swedish safari.
Look at this little fella we've got here, mate. We've got a lion coming over to it. It's mauling me, Jackie. Oh, God.
Find ourselves the Tasmanian tiger as well, you know, rip that one out.
Yeah.
It's been
they just come at you swinging, like wristing you to pieces. Mate, I could see it happening, honestly. It'd be horrific. Not the Tasmanian tiger, Dwag, no! They're quite small, though, aren't they? Tasmanian tigers, actually. They're like the little devils. They're quite small fellas. They look kind of like weird hedgehogs.
Oh, that's a Tasmanian devil.
Tasmanian devil is opposites. Okay, yeah, I see.
Tasmanian tiger is almost a mythical beast. It's the only Australian tiger, I think. And
look at this.
When was the last known sighting? I'll do a bit of research.
1936. It was the last known one.
There you go. And I think they were a bit like skinnier, a bit more like I think it'd be more like a cougar than an actual tiger. You know what I mean? So more of like a mountain cat looking thing.
It kind of looks like a mix between like a fox and some sort of like, you know, zebra backside. You've got the stripes, but it's a little bit fox-like. Yeah, it's a weird animal.
And I think, you know, 1936, that'd be before color photography. So I don't know if there's any
We've got some color graded photos, but yeah, it's mostly black and white, mostly all black and white depictions. A lot of drawings. He was drawn many times.
Yeah. Just like on the walls of the cave, of course. That's how we knew about it. All the Neanderthals, you know, leaving their mark. Crazy, man.
This is good. I think. So what have we covered so far? We've had some various animal facts. We've had some Australia facts, some TV facts with the Peppa Pig one. That's always good to know. You know, that will help in a pub quiz maybe. That could come up.
Yes, of course. And, you know, we're telling you all this now. We did theorize that we could be doing some multiple choice over the next couple of weeks, guys. Some little quizzes at home. So make sure you're paying attention because we might bring up some things in those quizzes that we'll discuss live on broadcast. So make sure you're paying attention.
You've got to write it all down. Like, we're going to be keeping tabs on this stuff, guys. You know what I mean? It's a different kind of vibe here at the Swedish Safari morning stream. We're going to add more to that as it goes. We'll see sort of what show this turns into. I think right now, like, we've got a lot of like fact-based animal coverage, so some good bits here. But yeah, we're keeping an eye on things. So make sure you're writing note of this. We're going to know. We're going to be monitoring you. We might do attendance as well. It's kind of like school, Mac. You know, you say like, oh, are you present? So we'll be reading out various names from chat. You've got to make sure you're present. If you're not here, that's like a negative mark. I don't know what that would result in.
Well, look, we've had a big tech pause. The game hopefully isn't too far away. We did get told it was, you know, getting sorted right now. So let's do that. Let's do a live roll
Take
call.
Attendance.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
If you guys are in chat, if you're here, please type present and make sure the spelling's correct. I don't want it misspelled. If you misspell it, I'm going to ban you from chat. I don't have a sword, but I'll empower my my admin.
We'll rally the troops.
I saw control it. I don't know how to say his name, but one of the green swords, boy, I'm going to send them for you. You're going to be cooked. All right.
So now you've heard that. Like now that's caught up, guys. It's time. Like you're here in school. Good morning, everyone. Please, can we have attendance? Chat. Are you present? Okay, I'm starting to see maybe a couple of people are present.
Yep, Jonas is present.
Yeah, there we go.
We have one person.
We have one member in the class. Guys, it's supposed to be a class of 5,000. Where is everyone?
Wow's here. Oh, it's actually heating up. Okay.
Oh, here we are. Here we are.
Thick Lebo, These Nuts, Andrea, Wypok, Alina.
How rude.
Genji, Wypok. Oh my goodness. We got a big class.
Monster.
Got a big class on the stream.
Thomas. Oh, mate, they're all here. Okay, Vault.
Here.
Godlike. Oh, there we go. This is what we wanted. This is good. Everyone's coming in. Okay, guys, hurry up into the class, please. We don't know how long we've got. Make sure you're sat down before the game starts. It's kind of a weird school.
Henry wrote predent and Scratchel wrote pregnant. That's not present. Okay, can we get some bans? Can we get a quick timeout on a couple?
These aren't accurate. These aren't accurate. I can't tell if they're actually present, Mac. I'm not sure. You know, they're writing the word
one of them's
present
pregnant
now.
This is the wrong place to be. Get yourself to hospital right away. Thank you very much. Well, depending on how far you are you in your first trimester? Are you in the third? Are we?
Someone's wrote peanuts.
I thought that's
hey, it's all going wrong.
He's like hitting my shopping list at the moment. I just got through my peanut butter. I need to get more.
Oh, hang on. AKY 11111 is absent. I'm just gonna write that down. XKY. There we go. Okay, you're marked as absent for the day.
Okay. Mate, can you go get yourself a sick certificate or whatever, a doctor's certificate, please? Because, you know,
yeah, we're going to need that.
Just be a random absentee on your list. We don't want that.
And that's the thing. When it gets to the end of the season here at the Mac and Jack Attack Safari School Hybrid Morning Show of Facts, we're going to be upset because we're going to review. We're going to bring, like, you know, I don't know, everyone that you know into a big room, and we're going to sit down, and me and Mac will be there wearing really tight suits, and we're going to say, you weren't there. You missed that game. You know, you were supposed to be here for Rooster versus G2, weren't present. Where were you? Why? It's okay, Zibsies. Zibsies, eek, we'll let you off. Present, sorry I'm late, that's okay. I think most of the class is here. It feels like we've got some good people in.
You might think we're joking, but I think do we have a pip? Can we go back on camera for a second? Thomas is our producer. If we put us in the pip in a moment, I've actually been taking roll call.
You got the notes?
I'm not joking.
There you go.
I have my whiteboard. So who was absent? What was his name again?
Let me double check. I believe that was
I'm going to put a mark against
XKY. That's XKY and then 1111. That's 4 ones.
Oh my god!
And they're absent for the day, unfortunately.
I'm going to write it big too. Absent.
Yep. Look at that. Not here.
Horrible
That's what
handwriting.
that means.
You are in trouble, mister. All right. If you are absent more than one more day, we'll remember.
Look at this finger wiggle. Look at this. You see I'm furious.
Ridiculous. That's crazy.
I'm furious, Mac. That's really upset me now, actually. God, I'm fuming, mate.
Horrible. Now, we won't take note of anyone that's pregnant, though, because that's a bit more private. But it would be nice if, you let us know when you were going to be away from the show. And we'll send you some flowers because I feel
we'll mark that as absent.
Or fruit. You know, we have lots of fruit laying around. It's definitely more useful than flowers. Flowers are just a nice scent which might calm you down or something. But then, like, have you ever smelt an orange? Like that citrusy smell. You know, you cut it in half and then it turns into sweet. You get both kinds of smells.
Mac, have you ever had like a mango in the shower?
I've not a mango. No, I think I've had a watermelon in the shower.
Okay, good. You're on the right path. This is what I'm saying, man. Because, you know, basically, the way the olfactory system works, right? Like, if there's more water present, smells feel more impactful. And also, if you've got a beard, obviously, like, eating fruit's kind of messy, right? Gets everywhere. In the mustache, in the hairs. Oh, it's there for a week. It's horrible. If you're, like, mid-shower whilst eating that fruit, you get the smells, the flavor, and it's cleaned you whilst you've had a fruit there. So fruit showers, they're big, they're in. The number one sponsor of Rooster, fruit-based showers. So there you go. If you want to be playing CS like Rooster, have a shower mango, I think. That's like the tagline.
Yeah, it's been all the rage. If you haven't heard about, shower beers before, it's kind of like that, but it's much more pleasant, much less yeasty, and overall a better time, a better experience. Healthier too, usually a lot more fibrous, helps with your gut and all that. All the good stuff that everyone cares about these days too. So make sure you're staying healthy, you're staying clean, and you're enjoying fruit in the shower. That's what it's all about.
Oh yeah. This is good, man. We're preaching a lot of good stuff today. We're telling people go to the gym, eat fruit, use moisturizer, be scared of spiders. Like, these are all the facts you need to know to survive, bro.
Make sure, of course, the most important one for all Australians, be scared of spiders, as well as, many other animals. I think that there's, plenty to keep on yapping about. But we have been told, I did get told that the servers were coming back, but then I've been told that the servers are not coming back. So, you know what, Jackie? Do we want to take a break, or are you happy to yap?
I mean, we can keep going if you want, or we can break here until we get the servers all fired back up again. It depends on what you got left in the tank, mate. How many more facts have we got here? Facts?
Ooh. I think we'll probably divulge into way too much like gym-related content at this point. I did what's everyone's gym routines? Let's go that route. We're staying
logical
healthy.
Next lap. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Are we doing a push-pull leg split? Are we on the cardio grind? I know our co-streamer, or one of the co-streamers we have, Elfish Guy, he's hitting 10Ks. He's looking to push to his half maras, and he's going to be going for that whole like run and grind, maybe a mara by the end of the year. I'll push him for that. What are you guys doing? Do you need a motivational coach? Because we can do that too.
Yeah, like, you know what, guys? We can demo that right now. I don't know. Let's all try throw out from those of the class that were marked as present, not absent. If you're absent, that's it. You're done for the day. I don't want to see you in my classroom again here, unfortunately. Come back tomorrow, please. But yeah, man, honestly, I think we should all maybe do like a collective 10 squats in front of the PC. We could do those. We could motivate. So it'd be like,
Yep.
It's going to be a big day here. We'll fire them up. I'll do like an American type.
Oh, okay.
They love those, right? Okay, so you can be Australian if you want. I'll be American. So it'd be like, right, buddies, we got to start this day off right. Okay, I want to see 10 nice squats. I want to see you fired up, ready for the day. Let me tell you, buddy, if you hit that squat, you're going to be nailing those frags all day. It's going to be happening. Consistent, clean, matchmaking wins. That's what we're bringing you, Max. So I need to see 10 squats right now.
All right, well, look, to start us off, of course, it's all about the gluteus maximus. You are sitting down as a gamer a lot of the time, so you want the biggest, juiciest booty like myself to make sure that you can continue to sit in comfort for many, many hours of the day. And the only way to do that is to get up and then get down and then get back up again. That's how you squat, all right? Put that ass out, bring it back in, make sure you get that tight squeeze. You feel that? Yep, good. All right, 5 more of those. And we're kicking. I'm hoping everyone's up. If you're out of your chair, let us know in Twitch chat that you're out of your chair, because I need to know that you're actually doing this and we aren't just talking into the ether. Okay?
Exactly. Show of hands now, please. One hand on the keyboard, the other hand ambiently squatting alongside you. Type I am squatting. So we know, so we're aware, we can rate all of your work, and we can make sure that we're all on the same page here in the Counter-Strike Safari classroom. All looking really good. I'm proud of us all, Mac. I think we're doing a great job here today. We're getting people healthy, ready for the action. We're enjoying some amazing national Australian Counter-Strike with the entirety of Australia rooting behind us. I've just had it in my ear, actually, that the Bin Men Watch Party have just finished their 3rd keg at exactly 11 a.m. on the dot in England. So shout out to the Bin Men Australia National Watch Party.
Wag on the kegs. It just has a ring to it, doesn't it? Man's absolutely insane. Sure, they got a bit of Guinness flowing there as well. Congratulations. And look, this just extends this game. If we end up going to 3, this could be a long day on the sticks for not only the Rooster members, but also all the binmen, because I'm sure that they, at some point, have to go out for the bin run.
Maybe the booze run especially. You got to re-top, right? They've been going for like 3 hours already, Mac. It's mad. It is mad. Obviously, we spoke to Dweg probably when he was sober. You imagine now everyone's a bit sort of fired up, and that's because this game has been tantalizing.
I think, it's gonna be a fun one for all the binmen at home, everyone as well at home. People are telling us that they're out of their chairs, they are doing the squats. We love to see that. Thank you everyone for getting involved, for getting low, then getting high, and then getting low again. Love to see that. I think we've had a couple of questions in the meanwhile. Someone asked if I still have their Gatorade. I don't, sorry. I drank it, so you can have that back. What else we got going on? People doing full leg day, doing full body days.
Nice.
Everyone's a little bit too sore to squat. Is this tactical? Yes, it's tactical.
Yeah.
Stay fit. You get fit. You feel good. There's so many players at the top level that are pretty much absolute athletes. The amount of body conditioning they put into their whole career and then stay at the top of the game. Like, it's crazy. You've got a couple of players that have been at the top for a long time, and then they've just incorporated like a little bit of light cardio, a little bit of weightlifting in the mix, and they feel better, play better, live longer, stay stronger. It's just super easy for everyone. And you guys can do that at home if you guys are looking to step up your game. Not only can you just grind like a champion in and out of the server, but you can also just get fit. It's crazy.
Yeah, mate, honestly, I think, cheat code for that as well. You want to start, but you don't know where. Walking can be your new best friend, man. Throwing in like some nice walks, just incorporating that into the lifestyle, makes a world of difference. Remember, guys, get that sun in your eyeballs as well. Not literally, don't stare at the sun. I don't advise that, neither does the ESL Pro League. But just, getting a bit of sun on your face, start of the day, man. When you wake up, get outside, get that to get you in gear, makes a world of difference, bud. All good things. We're going to be sharing all the Jackie and Mac lifestyle tips throughout the show. We've got many different things we'll be incorporating. Like we said, we will be keeping note as well if you're actually present throughout the stream, and if you're taking note of this, there may be an end of day quiz. That'll be a sort of pop-up. We won't let you know in advance, so you've got to make sure you're doing your homework. Mac's obviously keeping track of that. I am seeing some headset adjustment, which is normally a good sign. For those of you that are wondering what's going on, you've tuned into the correct channel. It is me and Mac just discussing fitness facts. That was kind of the vibe for today.
Yes.
But it will progress back into Counter-Strike once the server's all good to go. We had a little bit of a technical issue. Players dropped out of the server. The admin team, everyone at ESL has been working on getting that solved. It seems like we're almost there. Players are getting ready, fist bumps coming out. This is good. This is good to see. Okay, Mac, we can focus back up on it. Obviously, it's been a little while, actually. So let's give them a recap of where we were.
Okay.
As we are in map 2, right? We've obviously had Overpass done and dusted. It was 13-9 for G2. Good game for Rooster, Mac. Closer than the scoreline says, but we're hoping Inferno will be a similar affair.
Yes, and we're running it into the second round. Rooster taking the pistol here, taking every pistol of the series so far, yet still losing Overpass 13-9, but looking to maybe change that moving into this one. And the funniest part about this is it's been a long time, so momentum's definitely gone, but the buy is the same as what it was before. However, what was happening when the server crashed is Rooster had taken Banana. They were going that direction, G2 playing more of a trap play towards the top of Banana, and then you have this conversation about how is this going to affect the overall play for the round, and this time Rooster going for Banana later on, first pick going in favor of G2. So this whole reset might affect Rooster in a negative manner.
Yeah, especially a team that sort of was thriving off of momentum prior. Obviously, that's a big portion of being iced out, especially where like TJP's been like firing on all cylinders, right? He's been the loud portion. So if he goes a little bit quiet on the server, it might take him a little bit of time to ease back into it. We'll hope that won't be the case. Take it a round at a time here. Obviously, it was a good setup at least before the crash where it felt like maybe they could flow into another round.
Yeah.
This time around, you lose that opening duel. Again, it is a mixed bag of weapons, but G2 with 5.7s in the right angle, even this setup at B, mate, with the Famous in the hands of a low malbs, this could still be hard to bypass for Rooster.
I think the big problem is there's just going to smoke down at 35 seconds, so there's going to be 15 to go in. If they commit towards the B site, late double smoke in, that's going to trigger the rotation from Hunter. It's going to be 3B, 2A with a 3v2 on this A site. as you've got ASAP trying to sell the B fake, and in comes the full wrap, but there's going to be minimal time to plant. You've got some Pius on the back of site, just looking to hopefully survive. Heavy God over towards Pit. There's a full solid crossfire, and they're going straight for the plant. No one going for the frags. Oh, and they're looking a little silly in the end of it. Just bleeding that timer way too low. And G2 going to be winning that perfectly, flawlessly, 5 alive. And momentum shifting in favor of them again. That is a catastrophic L off the back of the big technical pause.
Yeah, it's a rough one, man. You found a little bit of a groove to try still make a play on it. Heavy God's nade going deep as well, gave him a bit of spacing, but bomb in the hands, not ready for anyone to be close quarters on the site. It all just blows up in their face. So yeah, we were wondering if that might slow them down a little bit. Maybe a bit of the wind knocked out from underneath their sails. Straight back in again here. Tech 9's to work with. TJP tucks into the close angle by Banana. A couple nades coming in for support. Right on the head of Chelios. So it's good work at least from the chip damage, slowing them down a Banana. That one's on target as well. It's about 50, wiped off 2 players.
And Malb's just so confident, so happy to keep on going for the fight. Half Banana smoke. Looking to clear out the close lines. TJ disrespecting the smoke, waiting for a flash in. Might just be the full contact. Yeah, there it is, the pump. TJ catching Malbs, just trying to shift back to site. And now we could be on for a round. Mattis able to find one more, going to flash himself back in. Still a good amount of ammo in the clip to fight with, but will just fall back and try to play the numbers game. Rotations coming through thick and fast from G2, and it's going to be all from CT to try to get back into the B site.
Got a few post plants to play with here. Low HP across the board, though. No real nades either. So all on the retake for the CT side. Hunter setting up with a flashbang. Got one prime towards CT as well. That's Heavy God that throws the smoke in over towards Banana initially. Nice HE right on target. Double nade towards the new box. Deagle of ASAP directly on target. It's a good bite back, though, and Sun Pius carves a path in. They'll jump on for the defuse with just enough time left to get that one over the finish line. So a second round in for G2.
Plant there, round loss. They just forced in. I don't think that they're going to buy into this one. Only 2 alive for the CTs. Off the back of 5 alive, I think as Rooster, you just have to respect it. Like, there were a couple of crispy shots, but again, all of that beautiful chip damage from the util at the start of the round and Mattis just playing his life towards the coffin side. That makes it so much easier for the retake. HE taking TJ out of new box makes it that much easier. And G2 from that point, able just to trade it out. So we'll see what they do now up against Rooster, who are on upgraded pistols. And it should just be something similar. TJ, disrespecting the smoke, will have his little head spotted right through the top of the smoke there. The flash at mid, not quite breaking the crossfire. Noise made into apps, and it just makes things a little bit weird. G2 showing some respect to the pistols.
Yeah, it's a bit uncomfortable, man. Like, you don't really have a flash to try and make a play up quad. They're obviously just seeing if they can get a bit of brackets control, swarm out. Best case scenario, maybe the shots hit. None of these are going to be easy, though. Time getting a little bit tight on it as well. Just under about a minute on the clock. You get the incendiary thrown over towards the backside of quad. And obviously, you can just hold and wait here. Play on the back foot, wait for the push to come towards you. Look to shut this one down. Manpower advantage is there for them. Heavy God usually so good in these angles. Gets a bit of a read on it. Hunter's set up on the box side as well. One by one, it looks like clean picking, so easy stuff at least. It's a flawless round again, so building a bit of buffer for the CT side, and they get through that one.
Yeah, Heavy God. Very confident just to go for the swing, go for the fight together. Just disrespecting Rooster, realising that they're not bringing too much into this round. So easy peasy frags. 3 already on the CT side, back to back to back. Rooster into their first real gun round. AKs for almost everyone. Galil's there for Slimy and Terry, and Chell, just to get that extra util on the board, will opt for the Tech 9 instead and play towards the back of the pack. Now, there is a bit of a tendency for Rooster to play incredibly slow on Inferno. In some of the recent games domestically, it looks like they were trying to slow things down a little bit, but they were going, you know, old school Na'Vi sometimes, you know, 15 seconds trying to execute in the site. And that's kind of what we saw in that second round. So I'm worried that we might see a bit more of that, maybe a bit too much of that this series. However, flash in. It's going to put TJ in a good position to find the first of the round, but they don't overextend.
That's pretty clean, actually. It's nicely tempered as well, like you say, right? You're not bursting in off the back of it. It's a bit of map control to work with. Still got time. Nades are there as well. So the pockets are deeply lined for Rooster to try and make a late round play out of this. Terry, meanwhile, lurking towards mid-side, throws that smoke out. Try and throw a bit of a spanner in the works as that blooms on Arch, see if it keeps them guessing. Meanwhile, still a good defense here, though, bro. You got the nade in the back line as well. This could be chunky.
Yeah, G2 with the full read. They are full committed. Zap on that short side. Mattis going to activate an ASAP found by Hunter. The re-clear, the retake of top banana. And that's going to be the bomb in their hands. G2, happy as anything. Just waltzing in, killing everyone. I don't know if they even flashed back in. I think it was just the full contact. And Rooster get caught with util out. Unable to do a damn thing about that one. When it looked so good off the back of that first entry, G2 just have the answer.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is just confidence on that, right? Like you say, basically just walk back in, command respect as top banana, and mowed them down in that situation. Obviously, this has been a Rooster where, like, a lot of the stock we've seen in rounds has been where individually they've had someone pop off, been able to carve a sort of way back into rounds, give them some energy. TJP was that man. Here he got the entry, but every response was just easy for G2. Nade in for the chip damage, they clear banana, walk away with another round. And this is starting to look a little bit scarier. Obviously, it's early doors, man. We're only 6 rounds in at this point. You still got some room to breathe, but has to start soon, especially if some Pius is pulling out the scope. Faster play, though. Straight up banana. Okay, bit of tempo.
Malbs, gun in hand at the ready, but Terry too close to deal with. Flash a little late. And Mattis, going to be able to play from second oranges going back. Has plenty to shoot here. Hunter as well. Able to snatch one away. Just straight through the CT smoke. Bomb on the ground. And Chelios a little too far away to make this reasonable. But he's got a lot of time to play with. Another smoke on the ground to Cook Chook. Looking exactly like the scoreline. And Chell from that short side just can't even find the first hurdle. So that'll be that. And G2 stack on a 5th.
Building that tower quite early then on Inferno, it seems. Yeah, man, I mean, there's chances, like even here, right? You know, they opt to at least try and play it a little bit more aggressively. Quick hit in towards banana. But it's this man every time. Mattis just feels like he's lethal. And obviously, whenever he's on form, man, if he starts to feed that hot hand, you really do struggle to slow him down. So if he's farming early game, it's going to be problematic. Chelios once again with the orb. Stalemate, bit of a bait peek from Sampaya, seeing if he can force it out. He's round on Arch side, backs off with the support as well of Hunter.
Everyone disrespecting all the util here. Malb's just tanking the molly to try and find something through the smoke. And Rooster off the back of a very fast round will just hit the brakes again. Put it in reverse. Just let G2 bleed out as much of this util as possible. Still got one smoke, one molly here over towards the B site. You can see the shift in positioning, although lovely timing on the peak. Big headshot for Slimy to find. And they'll put some pressure towards the A side. In the meanwhile, Sunpius posted there on long, able just to snatch Chell away and even up the numbers.
Yeah, it's a brutal tag. You're not walking home with a full frag off of it. Sunpius is low. Terry could be in a position to try and trade. Doesn't want to overstep the mark, though, and leave the rest of the team in a worse position for trade potential. So tries to link up with the squad. Wolfpack out here through balcony and up quad side in towards the bomb site. Hunter's in a prime time position again. Somewhat suspicious about the drop down from above. That's where Slimy's going to be. ASAP trying to clear the corner. Sampaio suspicious about the peak. Terry was last seen here. Hunter, quick turn, only one, but Sampaio snatches away the life of Slimy. ASAP gets the bomb down quick, living up to his name. But it's all down to the 2 versus 3. Can the Roosters finally get themselves some more stock and rule this round?
It's crazy how the trades play out and Rooster end up a man down. But over towards long. ASAP in a position which they may not expect. Terry playing up at Nifty and will have the cover from the pillar, but doesn't play behind it. And Sap even trying his... Wait, oh, no, they haven't seen him. Mattis. Eyes on. But the bomb not quite planted for him. Oh, defuse getting stuck, and the cover was good enough to buy the time for the full defuse. ASAP taking every name, but the bomb not being planted for him is a bit detrimental to the round.
Damn. Man, again, it feels like it's getting a little bit panicky, right? Some of those rounds, we saw it with the quicker hit, with a bomb out, they didn't really clear the site. Like, they're getting opportunities. Couple with those frags where it makes the difference. That Rooster can viably try and set themselves up for a win. But yeah, some of the decision-making comfortable here as well. On the plant, ASAP couldn't push up. Mattis had him covered, giggling at the end of it, knowing that one's free with the defuse. And rightly so, they're going to take a timeout for this one. See if they can correct it, man. It's got to start soon, right? 6-1 down here. You've already lost the first map as well. So pressure's starting to get there a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like Rooster feeling the pressure as well. That tactical just taking... Oh, technical even. Taking every bit of wind out of their sails. And they just haven't been able to find their groove since. Quite unfortunate. But that's the way it is sometimes. Everyone in the same boat, G2 as well. You know, not able to talk for that whole damn time. TJ, another opening. And now it's just about how they play off the back of this. Malb's only one bullet can take him out and crack open the B site, which has been reinforced with Hunter in the meanwhile.
I mean, at least seeing TJP get a first frag here back, it's another one where, you know, he fires me back up because he was the difference maker. Fair few of those rounds on Overpass, bro. So if he starts to get back into it, like you say, shake off not being able to talk for a while, right? Like get himself dialed back in physically, it could be huge momentum.
Okay, looking like they will potentially commit to the cause. That is a huge HE. Malbs threw that from, is it New Box? And he's just taken like 150 damage onto Rooster. I'd love to see that one again if we're able to. But it certainly softens them up and gives this 4v5 a much more winnable feeling to it. Some Pius here, G2, full stack in the B site. And Rooster about to run into it again. Is it going to be history repeating itself? Smoke at CT, Hunter going to be flashed in. There is a lot of members to find, but TJ ready for it this time. Playing anti, able to capitalize, and Malbs get taken out of the round. Means it's just going to be a 2v4 attempt for G2. They've got cash. They can go for it if they want.
It's a nice kill from Terry. Gave him the space. You get bomb side control. Sampaio's having a bit of a look in, seeing if he can find a frag in the next couple of seconds here to try and make things work. If it's worth investing too much. The missed shot, that's probably the save call now made. Just get away with it, leave this one for good. So Rooster, do brute force it back into B. Get another round on the go here.
They're looking for picks. TJ just dry pushing the smoke. Oh, things getting a little awkward. And some Pius. Yeah, he's got space. He's got gap. He'll be able to live at the end of this one. But Rooster going to be happy just to get that second round on the board. It's another one of these better late than never situations.
Bit more tempered though, man, on the player cams, and fair enough, right? Obviously, you know, we've heard them absolutely giving it when they do start to get a little bit more stock behind them, start to find some rounds, but one step at a time here. Taking the rounds the most important thing. We've had some yelling. Some of it has been comprehensible from G2. Some of it's left me a little bit baffled, but that was more just some Pius giving it, I think, in the first couple rounds. We'll see, though, as it carries on here. If TJP can start to mount some of the plays we were seeing earlier, bro, that's a good lifeline back in for him. That's uncomfortable, though. Eats the nade opening up. 50 HP wiped off him. Bit of damage onto Chelios as well. And G2 are no stranger to just squeezing out map control from Banana from this team.
Good combo of the util just to take full banana. And TJ in the meanwhile going to be grouping back up with the troops, going for a faster approach over towards the A site. Straight up short they go. And still yet to find the opening. Sumpire's tucked away on the mid box. Molly burns him to a crisp, and Terry in the meanwhile going to be taking Heavy God out of the equation. Chell falling through the smoke, but there's still a man advantage. And the bomb planted in a much better position this time. More open for the post plant. And G2, you look at the money now and you think, okay, is it a good idea to go for this one? I don't think it is. You can see Hunter saying, hey, let's just group up. Let's just save it. Play the long game. We are up good right now.
Yeah, they might be living the high life, but this is a good sort of passage back at least, right? Chain as many rounds as you can together. Let's get something going for them. Again, we've seen they are very much a heavy momentum-based team. I think that pause took some of the steam out of their sails. Now you're back to getting a couple rounds together. Obviously, it's not going to get any easier. That is the nature of playing G2 here. But for Rooster, it's been the underdog story the entire time. I'd like to see him hitting that same form. I know it was only one round, but you could see the hype that was behind it. Came into this absolutely swinging. Feels like everyone's starting to reach a bit of a level playing field again now. G2 feeling the need to throw in the pause as well. Makes sense with the scoreline starting to build back up. Get the most out of this.
I think the other thing we need to focus on here too is the effect that these pauses have. Because you got Saul there with him now. He's been there for, good amount of time. But has a way with words and seems to be able to, be that third eye, be that extra eye for Hunter and just say, hey, this is what's happening. You make these slight adjustments. And it has been resulting in rounds off the back of, I think, almost every tactical so far. So you can see that there is good value out of it. So we might be, we on technical? No, we're good. We're live, we're going.
Yeah, we keep it rolling. All right then, let's see if this will correct things once more for G2. Or if there can be a start of something new for the Rooster. You'd love to see Chelios come online with this orb. He's had a few opportunities in the head-to-head of him and Sampaius, but just never really getting the quick draw off. They try to bait out the peak. TJP down and out early.
Malb's just doing great entry work there again. Laying down the law towards that B side of the map. And off the back of it, G2 happy just to play 3-2. Nice and default, nice long lines. Giving Rooster a good amount of space towards brackets if they want to go there. But it's Banana that they're after. And with the man disadvantage, B site is usually the go-to for a lot of teams. Is generally going to be less players over here to get past, but it's flashed straight through the smoke there. Malbs, can see everything. I think he saw that flash coming, able to play anti, and just pounce beautifully off the back of it. Trade Mattis out, and it's looking unwinnable at the moment for Chelios.
Yeah, this is more than uncomfortable. They'll eventually be suffocated out by Malb, so the doctor continues to be surgical.
I think it was.
I think it was, mate, yeah.
Made it look too easy.
Yeah, just no one expected the play. Malb's just tucked in position, absolutely rinses him. That's a feels bad round, man, as well. Like, you can see it against the TJP a little bit. Obviously, he's kind of been like the energy level for this team. He's been the barometer, right? If they're playing well, he's absolutely going ballistic. If they start to fall off, looks like it's getting to him a little bit now as well. Obviously, that's kept him kind of behind in the fragging department, not been the same level of capability that we were seeing back on the first map. Malb's just going for it again, tucks in behind towards top car. I mean, close to grouping towards top mid here at least. But again, you've got to deal with the big man with the AWP. That's going to be Sampaius, forced off. But do they know about Hunter? If they even get there, peeks out on the trades. It's quick work. Down to a 3v3 here, Mac.
Malb's in the meanwhile, putting big pressure straight down towards the bottom of mid. That's going to be the bomb dropped and two more lives taken. So just continually stacking on the numbers. Smokes off the bottom of Banana, and TJ has an angle into the round. Heavy God, eyes on the right position. I don't know if he did see him there, but either way, off angle played. Easy pick to close out the round. 8-3. One more to play with in the half. And also, before it was just the 4K, some Pius managed to snatch that other one away.
Ah, yes, the opening pick against TJP.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh, I mean, malbs makes it look like a 5K. You know, that's what matters.
He does. Yeah, him and Hunter hitting heavy. And some Pius as well. Able to stay mobile with the AWP, just taking it multiple places all across. And, ooh, this time, Chell just keeping his head down. Just sneak into Banana. TJ not allowed to lurk through the aggressive smoke there. And again, it makes things ever so difficult for Rooster to play back into the half, let alone the game.
Yeah, we'd need something unfathomable here, man. Like, you've got to pop off somehow, just get a miracle 4th round out of it. Then maybe there's still some more room to breathe. They've been good in the pistols, so who knows? Right here, right now, though, it feels oppressive, right? Break the smoke, peek in through the backs, and Pius leaves them just cold on the ground. You've got coverage on a bomb site as well. So little HP to play with. Oh, even with them blind, no room to find his opening tags. It's just down to Chelios. You're trapped inside a balcony.
Oh.
Window of timing given to you, but even then, trying to chain these together will be less than likely. 45 seconds on the clock. It's a 1 versus 3. Mattis and malbs coming up mid together.
Regression towards the boiler side. Chell will be given an opportunity to thread the timing between these two, but malbs spins back just in time. And 9-3 is going to be the scoreline at the half. G2 set up perfectly to try and close this one out 2-0. And Sampius looks like he's got places to be, so we'll take a quick break and come back for the seconds just after this. An unfortunate first half with a huge technical pause leaves Sampaio scurrying away at the end of the half. But he made it back to his PC just in time for the second for this T side. And we'll see if Rooster can go 4 for 4 from pistols so far this series, because it has been pretty good for them. And Slimy, putting that pressure down mid, will not get the opening that they were looking for, which leaves Chell in a rough position, smoking off mid to block. As G2 just trying to figure this conundrum out. 4 rounds needed to close us out 2-0 here.
He's the catalyst as well, Mac. That's what worries me, right? Slimy's been the big player in pistol rounds. He's had some huge step-ups. And trying to make a heads-up call like that, if he hits the snapshot with the USP, you live in life. Instead, it had to be the 1-for-1 trade from Chelios trying to at least get some control. Bit of an info play from Hunter. He's testing the waters over towards the B side. Going to throw a bit of util in as well. See if he can bait this over rotation. Chell not biting on it yet. Still stays stuck towards Arch. It's the right call. If he gets the info, potentially even a frag on this, could buy so much time. Trying to get the true read of the round. They haven't shown the bomb just yet, but the utility's enough. So rotation coming. Chell has to stay alive and buy time.
Oh, gets that first. Slides his way into sight, and comms come through eventually. Mattis going to be able to crack that one open. Hunter, beautiful lurk on the long side, and won't be able to deal with this pick. So ASAP left in a 1v2 now. Heavy God, 15 points of health, and Mattis as well. Could potentially be tapped out, but we got a double pit setup, which is so hard to get past for anyone coming on the retake, especially from short side, although Sap's going to be able to find the first man, has no read on the second. Oh, Heavy God plays it perfectly. Trigger discipline, tucked away, sneaky as anything, and that's a hard one to read. Sap thinking maybe he was going to pounce a little earlier from the broken wall, but it won't be 4 for 4 from the pistols, even though they got so damn close.
And it's rough, man. The fact that ASAP's able to get away with that first play, man, I was thinking maybe there's a chance. Heavy God misses the bullet on like the delayed peak. You never know, but not meant to be there. A lot of that is Hunter as well with the rotation on Arch, just cutting off both of those players. They had no idea he could even be facing it. Completely just throws a spanner in the works, makes that retake so much harder. And the flawless pistol streak that was giving them a huge lifeline in this series, falling flat at quite an important point. I mean, you're staring at a 10-3 scoreline with the first map already done and dusted. Yeah, it doesn't get any easier for Rooster here in their Season 22 debut. Back at Pro League again. Let's see what fight's left in them, though. Bit of a broken buy, right? Just the one scout. I mean, if you can tag people up, maybe some of the pistols can convert. You're leaving all of that on Chelios, the sole defender of the site, and he's overwhelmed.
Yeah, rough situation to be in for Rooster now. Getting even worse. 4 remaining members. Probably just going to look for exits. Try and get as much damage as possible with these HEs, with these USPs. Every extra kill is probably some more utility to carry across into the following rounds. Dink onto Hunter, who's looking to hunt up with the MAC-10. Oh, easy pickings at the end. There's going to be no one surviving for Rooster and everyone alive for G2. So, G2 in the perfect position to close out the series. Probably just going to take a bonus with what they've got. Expect some kind of faster approach, but they read that one perfectly, knowing that Rooster love to go for those 1-4 splits, punishing Chell, the solo player on the A site, and making it look way too easy. 3-2 split. Rooster starting stack towards the B site, or at least dropping that utility off. We'll see how G2 opt to play this one. Still with 2 SMGs in the mix. It could be a fast one.
Yeah, could opt to be a little bit more flashy here. Potentially with Mattis leading the charge as well. Always someone that's pretty gory in these situations. Loves his way around a Galil. Take a little bit of space on brackets, start to squeeze off some of the map control towards Arch and Quad, and see if you can plant some seeds of doubt in the mind of the CT side of Rooster, at least, if they want to backpedal towards B late rounds. Isn't really much banana control, so you don't have a full read of it. It's just the molly and the smoke going in now from top side, with TJB being the only one left to withstand a push if it comes a knocking. Obviously, about a minute left on the clock here. They fully pushed it off, so it's going to be a late round B hit on it. TJP. He's had some big rounds, dude. I mean, Incendiary in the back pocket. He's got a smoke as well. If you can buy a bit of time, maybe there's a chance. Going to need to be quick on the rotate as well here. The rest of the squad has to arrive sheepish. TJP looking for the contact.
Oh, he's going to be in a rough position. Pushes forward, spammed down in a pre-fireable position. Oh, will be seen. Gets one for his troubles. The MAC-10 going to be able to trade that one out instantaneously. Jumping across oranges. I think Terry getting a bit of info there, but it's all down to the retake. And if they want to go for it, you can see Chelios a while away. And Sap hoping he can find someone there. Smoke leaving a little gap and not expecting the next man. And Terry can't trade. That'll be that. 2v3. You need these rifles into the next if you want any chance in what could be the final round of the game.
Yeah, I think that's the reality kicking in now, unfortunately. Another attempt, I mean, you know, it was kind of like riding on the edge there for TJP. Pushes the head of the smoke, tried to get into an angle. Almost room to get 2 frags out of as well. So it would have been miraculous if he was able to find a little bit more. Yeah, not much left though. Kind of embodied there by Chelios, just shooting the pots and pans. That's all they can really sort of work with, right? The broken bike going into what's most likely going to be the last round of the game here. It would have to be an unfathomable comeback into the series. They've shown us a lot of good signs. I think like as a benchmark, without sort of the ebb and flow breaking up of the series, right? Maybe if there was that pause, who knows? Could have been a bit of a better start in the second map. But there's still been some good takeaways, Mac. Like, honestly, going up against G2, taking some of the rounds they did off them in the manner they were winning them, there's still a lot of good lifelines from this. It's just not been the upset of the century that the entire nation of Australia was hoping for.
Yes, yeah, the entire nation, unfortunately. I'm sure it might have been a little less excitable at the watch party, you know, the Binman watch party over in London, unfortunately for them. But hey,
maybe,
look, I'm sure they still had a good time anyway.
17 kegs was the final head count. 17 kegs.
Thank the tech pause for that one. But look, ASAP, unfortunately won't win that spam battle. TJ already down to 14 points of health, and he's just going to play the long game, blocking, hoping that Chelios can do something with the FAMAS. Oh, and feels the need to maybe just double down here. Wants to push that smoke. You can sense that he wants to try to save this. Malb's going for the Glock burst to try and find something there through those smokes. TJ, lucky to dodge everything coming his way. And Heavy God, you can see that he is full of confidence going for the high ground peak. Doubling up, looking to lock this in from the back of sight. Him and Sampaius, the 2 with full HP, letting the low players play first. That's Madison. Pull, and that's Malbs on the top of Dark. Slimy, the flashes to try to send the troops in and hope that TJ and Terry, the dastardly duo, can get anything done. There goes Malbs. Heavy God still hiding. Flash on the back of sight will connect, and now they know his position, but it's TJ low in a 1v2, and that time has ticked too far. GG, no cocks will be feared today as G2 take it into the 1-0 bracket. I think that was expected though, wasn't it, Jackie? It was a fun one, and it was a long one thanks to the tech pause, which also may have been detrimental to whatever momentum Rooster